Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails in the Sky. While we have for our main story that we need to inform Mayor Mabel about the situation with General Morgan, we still have two remaining extra quests that we need to fulfill. One of them is finding some local bear claws for the pharmacist, and the other one is to exterminate a monster in Nebel Valley. And the only hint we've got for the bear claws is a human environment. So I'm going to show you why last time I said that I have a sneaking suspicion that we need to be in Nebel Valley, and that's this, the mist. If anything raises humidity, it's mist. So I'm thinking it's going to be here, and since we already needed to be here to find an to be exterminated monster, I think we might find what we're looking for. So we're just gonna have a look around, and that already might be it, or the local population is pretty decently big. Let's see. Nope, that's a normal monster. I think it's the first time we ever saw a monster locally that was this big. And with this amount of HP on it. Alright, so it has weakness to fire, so let's just see what happens when we fire a fireball straight up him. Nicely critical damage. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be a matter of time. We have enough EP to heal everybody, so I think that's fine. And you can use a craft because we have enough. Impede, this is not necessary. Ah, it's actually the first time I see that Sylvan Whip is an area attack. I never even noticed that. Curiouser and curiouser. Then maybe Bind Whip is useful because it's a single target attack, so it should technically be more powerful. Not bad. And now he's actually doing something we need to impede, but yeah. It's not gonna happen, is it? I do very much want to keep my CP for the actual to be exterminated monster. But we can, of course, do a dual strike. Hopefully there will be enough. If he's gonna miss, it definitely isn't. Okay, that's really powerful. Alright. It's just not coming out right, is it? Every time he charges, she is not here before he actually attacks. Go again. Just don't miss again. Oh, just.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Alright, that means we only need to heal one person here. Not bad. Oh, and another one. Is that gonna be it? It's not moving, and that's typically a trait for to be exterminated monsters, but how do we get there? Let's keep on here, because it could be that we need to go all the way around. Hey, and if we don't find our way to the exterminated monster, we might find a bear claw, so it could still be a win-win situation, if we're lucky. And seeing as we're having a lot of misses so far, I think luck is a little bit far to find today. Ooh, icicle. That is a prime indicator that fire might be a thing. Oh, it's definitely a thing. It's not yet too powerful enough. Yeah, you can already see that the monsters on the Nebel Valley is definitely on a whole other level than the rest of those, eh?
Piece of cake.
Level up. Beautiful. Ooh. It's coming back around. Let's avoid that big one. Wait. Do you see it? There it is. There's the bear claw. So we need to be down there. Alright. I do want to heal up. Sorry, I need to heal so much today. And there's the other monster I potentially wants to destroy. Still hoping everything is connected to one another. Ooh, there is one. Alright, let's see if we are ready for this. It is the exterminated monster. Okay, we got this. We can do this. Ooh, to be exploded enemies. That is painful. Water, fire, and water. Okay, so we have those elements. What do you have in store? Fire. Because to be honest, if I have the choice, I do want to destroy them before they get close to me. Oh, this is gonna be a very interesting battle. Holy. I did not expect that. Way more damage. Because of the critical, of course. Can she pick the right one? She is not. Alright. Yeah, we do need to pick the right moment to use our CP. And of course the perfect enemy to use it on. And I think one of us is gonna go on healing duty. He's gonna fire and it seems that he can get a critical again. And before the rest is up. So when he does his magic, we're gonna go straight into his CP. His S-craft and use it. Now, for her, we definitely need to go up for healing. Heal yourself. And with you, I really am hoping that her whip is far enough. Let's use a craft just to brighten it all up. Okay, and this is a lesson in itself. Very painful lesson, because her HP level is now way too low. I'm definitely going for the big boss. She as well. And I might throw Estelle afterwards as well, depending on the HP levels. Because I want to take the big guy down. Hopefully that will be enough to maybe make it so that Charizard will survive this.
Someone's been naughty.
Should be just enough to take him down. And as long as the two eggs do not both attack Charizard, she should survive. And of course, that was the downside, if they are in front of us or not. Ah, crap. Well, we have a revive in here, so if we take one down... They're gonna go all the way with the fire, so you take down the lesser boiled egg. Don't have life yet. No, no life one, so you gotta use an item. There's a revive bomb.
We're good to go.
And now we're glad that we used that CP. But we all know that if it targets Charizard again, she's gonna go down again. So hopefully that will not be the case. Thank you. I think we can rough it. Alright. Use Soul Blur. Because that's not an elemental, so it doesn't fall under the 4 weaknesses an enemy can have. And for her... Airstrike. It's the best of what we've got. So hopefully that will finish it off. Because they're all before the egg. I just want to keep my distance so it doesn't explode in our face. Because you do not want an egg exploding in your face. Those things smell. Perfect. Do gotta remind myself to buy some more revives. Oh, look at that. A thing of beauty. That amount. I think when we get back, after we update the mayor, I think we should unlock some of our orbment slots. We have more than enough to at least open one of them. Olive oil. Thank you. Do need to heal ourselves. Alright, let's hope the rest will also lead to the bear claws. Guitars. Okay, that sounds like a dual weapon. See if I'm right about that? I am. Damn, I know my weapons. From 90 to 99. Nice. I feel so empty. Damn, you always feel sad about that. Where will you end up? Right where I wanted you to. Found Bearclaw. Phew! After all this walking, we finally found the dang thing. Now all we got to do is tell the old man in the Bose market about this place. Estelle, because it's you, I have to ask. Do you know the name of this place? Oh, come on, Shira. What do you think I am, an idiot? This is the Nebel Valley, right? The name's definitely got a nice sound to it. Estelle, it's the Nebel Valley. Oh, I'm glad I asked. Give me a break. I'm a growing girl, if you haven't noticed. I'm not sure what kind of excuse that's supposed to be. Alright already. It's back to work for us. Come on, let's get out of here. Unbelievable. It's a small mistake. It could happen to anyone. But while we make our way back to Bose, we'll do it in a little bit faster style than we got here. So I will see you all there. Alright, I guess it's time that we first deliver the 2 quests in. Oh, wait. Before we do that, I think we need to report back to the pharmacy first before we can claim its prize. Good afternoon, Mr. Spence. Oh, it's you bracers again, is it? Have you made any progress in your search? You bet we did. It looks there's a habitat for bearclaw flowers in the Bose region as well. We found some growing in the Nebel Valley. There weren't many of them, but there should be enough to use for your medicine. This is wonderful news. I see. The bearclaw has been said to grow well in humid places. Now that I think about it, the Nebel Valley is the perfect place for them to grow. I appreciate you helping me out like this. Now I can put my full effort into preparing this new medicine. Great. Good luck with your work and have a wonderful day. We'll be going then. Estelle was very happy with that. I liked the melody behind her, like she's very proud that she did it. And you should, because we found it in a place misty as all hell. Nothing extra, which is fine, and nothing extra here as well. Current rank, 7th class. Oh, we've got to be very close to getting to 6th. Good work. It looked like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you have anything else to report. Alright, everything done. Beautiful. Alright, I think it's time for us to go visit Mayor Mabel. And the release of one slot of the Orban station, I'll figure out in between the episodes who I'm going to give it to. And we'll reveal it next time, don't worry. Ah, I'm glad to see you all again. Mayor Mabel has been excitedly awaiting your report. Alright. Where is she? Okay, this is the pantry and dinner. It's probably another room. Ah, General Morgan has come here to visit on several occasions. He's a little difficult to describe, but what I can say is that he is a respectable man. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But in both a good and a bad sense, he has the temperament of a military man. He definitely has. But him having a little bit of a short fuse doesn't mean he's a bad person. Just means he has a short fuse. Dealing with complaints from the citizens, late deliveries of goods to the Bose market because of the airspace being a no-fly zone, surfacing the sewer facilities, selecting a congratulatory gift for Her Majesty the Queen, harm incurred by monsters on the new Ensel path. When will all this paperwork finally end? And I think we just got a hint on a quest on Ensel, on the Ensel path. Probably after we finish talking with the mayor. Hello? Oh, are you back already? You look pretty busy, so would it be better if you came back at a later time? No, you're fine. So, you found out something from General Morgan, right? I'd like to hear about it. Good work. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of the situation now. First, there was a hijacking by the Sky Bandits, and now a ransom demand? Yeah, about that. It does seem that I have miscalculated in the last episode that there was no ransom. There actually was. So my theory might be a little bit shaky, so we have to continue with our investigation to get a better one. So we gotta pay attention, little details matter a lot. The situation is much more serious than I had originally anticipated. If the general hadn't found out we were bracers, I think we could have learned more, but no, it's alright. I'm just glad to know it wasn't a crash. With this information, I should be able to take effective countermeasures with the city. Now I need to think of a way to inform the citizens of Bose and deal with the families of the passengers. I imagine that will be quite a difficult task, considering that you're already as busy as you are. Well, that's just the duty of a mayor. And since the identity of the criminals are now known, may I ask that you continue your investigation of the incident? Of course, that was our plan to begin with. We've already had a run-in with these Sky Bandits before, and I'll wager the honor of the guild that this is one group we cannot simply leave up to the Royal Army. Yeah, that's for sure. And there's that to find, and we need to deal with these Sky Bandits once and for all. What's with the look, Joshua? I was just thinking, and no matter which way I look at it, I just can't believe it. What can't you believe? That Dad could be beaten by a bunch of Sky Bandits. Basing my judgment on the abilities of the group that appeared in Roland, I'm in agreement with you there. Cassius could have easily dealt with a group of that caliber. Come on, Joshua, you too, Shira. You're giving him way more credit than he deserves. He's pretty good, I'll give you that, but I think it will be a bit of a stretch to take on an entire group. Do you mind if I ask you something? Are you trying to tell me that your father was aboard that airliner? Oh, didn't I mention that? I'm embarrassing to say it, but yeah, he was. Not to mention he's a bracer too. His name is Cassius Bright. Did you just say Cassius Bright? Yeah? Why? Do you know my dad or something? I've never met him in person, but I've heard a great deal about him. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say, but we might be able to use this to get some information from the army. Excuse me, Mayor? Oh, I'm very sorry, I can't emphasize with you what you must be going through. If there's anything I can do to help you clear up this incident, then I am at your disposal. If there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to ask. But what's the leverage you now feel we have for the army? It has to do with something to do with Cassius. It has to. It can be nothing else. But what is it going to be? That's the question. I wonder what's up with the mayor. As soon as we mentioned that name, she got all surprised. You're right, but I guess I can imagine where she's coming from. The mayor and the general have known one another for a long time, after all. Well, let's not worry about that right now. The real question is, where do we go from here? Just searching around blindly for the airliner or sky business probably won't amount to anything, right? I mean, if that's all it takes, then the army would have found them by now. What's the matter with you two? Estelle, you've matured. If it had been the same you as before, you probably would have said something like, let's just comb the entire region. I never thought I'd see the day when those words would come out of your mouth either. Much too full of emotions. So what are you two trying to say? You can be really rude sometimes, you know? We were complimenting you, Estelle, seriously. Unfortunately, unlike Roland, the Bose region is enormous. I'm really hoping for a clue right about now. A clue, huh? Alright, wasn't that Niall and Dorothy we saw in front of the mayor's place earlier? He seemed pretty starved for a story, but he's gotta know something by now, right? It's true he arrived in Bose a little before we did, so I think it might be worth talking to him. I wonder where they went. We already saw him. We were making our rounds last time through the city. He's at the bar, getting drunk, because he didn't got a story. Alright. Let's see if we can find him. He's still sitting there. God damn it. This ain't a joke, you know. Well, we found him, but he's drunk off his ass. Was having that article rejected that much of a shock to his system? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs, after all. Though, he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed, not drink to be consumed by. You want to talk? Then the Santas call you Bottomless Shara? Oh please, Bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Aina. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor, no matter how much I drink. My face and my disposition remains unredolent. So, don't you dare group a funny, loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come on. When did you get drunk, you lose it completely. Everyone around you get the heck of a show. Admit it. It's certainly true that Aina is like a bucket to Shara's sheaf, but no matter how you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Ugh. Where am I? Ah, good, you're awake. Sort of. Drinking so much is not good for your health, you know. Oh, my head. What the? You're the bracer trainee, aren't you? Oh my goddess, what the hell am I doing in Roland? Thought I made my way over to Bose. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? You are in Bose, and so are we. Ah, well damn, don't scare me like that. Oh, and I see you've got a lovely lass with you. Name's Sherazard, Harvey. The pleasure is all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Sherazard? Are you the infamous Silver Streak by any chance? Oh, you humbled me, sir. I take it you've heard of me then? Only rumors, I'm afraid. But yes, I know your name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken. Which means you three are here to investigate the incident as well, I suppose. Oh, so you do have some brains left in there after all that booze. I'm impressed. You find anything? We saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, they saw that? Yeah, I was looking for clues and couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned army regulations on the spread of information really restricts what I'm able to learn anyway. And if I try to consult General Morgan at the Hagen Gate directly, I'll be held up for inspection for God knows how long. So I figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendary voluptuous mayor. But the maid turned me out outright. And to top it all off, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Ah, great ideas. Tell me what I did do to deserve this shabby life. Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest. But if you want information that badly, we might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on Mayor Mabel's behalf right now. So naturally, we've met with the mayor and General Morgan too, for that matter. Holy crap, you serious? Yep, totally. Score! And the goddess gets a point. Blessed be the bounty of ideas. Please, I beg you, tell me everything, every last detail. Well, we'll be glad to, however. Aren't you forgetting something now? Huh? Information ain't free, you know. We'll scratch your back, but you need to scratch ours first. And get that look off your face. I totally do not mean that literally. Ah, you mean mirror or something? My research funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say. We're not interested in your money. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Bose right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard something interesting yourself. That being the case? Ah, and here I thought you were a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured, it's not big news by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight, okay? Fine, fine, I'll tell you everything, on my honor as a newsman. I've got 2 clues to share, so if you're taking notes, I suggest you get out your pen and paper. We're ready when you are. Man, way to go, Joshua, you're on a roll. Well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we know he'll have a bright future in racketeering with those skills. The first clue is the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Ravenau to the west. I talked to the villager who'd just come to Bose for a visit, and she told me something very interesting. Apparently she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident. A huge shadow flying overhead? I think it was one of the 3 kids that were playing right in front of the entrance to the town. I think we heard about it and nobody believed him for some reason. Now probably did. Yep, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing. Aw, you meanie, you raised our hopes only to dash them straight away. So you're saying somebody saw something, but it was probably unrelated to anything. That's what I've been saying. I warned you it wasn't big news. And I went to a lot of trouble to get this sad morsel too. With that information embargo in place and all. Well done now. Let's hear that second clue of yours. Fine. The other thing I learned is that the Military Intelligence Division is on the move. Intelligence Division? I've heard rumors about them. It's a new royalty-sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence, gathering and dissemination. That's the one, yeah. Supposedly, they're so elite they can't even stand toe-to-toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge, Colonel Richard, is apparently quite the whiz-kid. With him in the case, they say this incident is as good as solved already. Doesn't seem like your information will be of much use to us in our investigation. Yeah, well, can't say I didn't warn you. Sorry I couldn't help much on your end. But a promise is a promise. I scratched, now it's your turn. Of course, a deal is a deal after all. Joshua told Niall all about the incident in Roland, and as well as the information received from General Morgan. The Kapuas, Sky Bandits? A ransom demand in the Royal House and the airship corporations? Good goddess, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find. Caught your fancy, did it? Absolutely. I can definitely write my article now. I can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I have to find Dorothy, post haste. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Wow, his spirits certainly lifted fast. Well, he was chasing a pretty big story unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. I'm glad we could help him out. Well, look at you, Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take, nothing more. A bad boy exterior with a good boy inside. Or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls love it. But anyway, I guess we only really dealt with scrupulous people so far. We're pretty lucky in that regard. Start dealing with weirdos, and that's when you'll need to bust out some really questionable negotiating techniques. Why are you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that aside, was anyone else a little bothered when Niall talked about that huge flying shadow thing? That eyewitness report from Revenant? I say there was a strong chance that there was nothing to it if the army already checked it out. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army is totally infallible. They could have missed something. It wasn't General Morgan himself after all, but one of his men. And some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. That's true. Probably worth looking into. Certainly can't hurt at any rate. Hey, you two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think this is a splendid idea. Let's head to Revenant, then, shall we? Got it. Do we need to update Lucron about this? Let's see if he has to say anything about it. Ah, so you're headed over to Revenant Village, are you? Then all you need to do is head along the West Bosa Highway and turn off into the trail about halfway down the road. The village can be easily reached just by following the trail. Revenant Village, eh? Always makes me think of, well, another bracer. If he were here, I think this would be no problem at all. Again, I was talking about this when we were in the village, because there's a grave there, dedicated to 6 people. The more and more I hear about this, exactly what he was saying, if one particular bracer was here, there would have been no problem. Is that about a bracer in the previous Trails games? A game I don't know yet. Oh, this is making me so curious. I really want to look into it, but we have to continue, and maybe in between Trails in the Sky first chapter and second chapter, I might see if I can figure out what it is. Because if there's a game that goes before this, I'll put it on my Let's Play list as well. Because it will be very interesting to see, especially after we went through this entire game and get all the information there. See if we can find links between the two, that would be amazing. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I did get a little bit of a frame drop somewhere along the way, so I'm hoping I can edit it out. If not, my apologies. And next time we're gonna continue on with going to Revenant Village and have a little check here if there's new quests. Of course there is. And we'll of course pick up these 2 new quests before we're going at it at Revenant Village. Because side quests always should be done immediately and not on the last day it is possible. So that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, press that like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.